Spoiler alert, we spoil some movies in this show. Specifically, I think we spoiled Get Out a bit. So definitely should watch that or skip this if you haven't watched it yet. And then we somehow spoiled Kong, Skull Island.
Yeah, you know.
And Andy also spoiled the ending of Star Wars Rebels, which I apologize to its countless viewers.
Shut up. Everybody watches it.
You've been warned.
Yes.
Popcorn munchers.
Okay, so I just looked it up. Apparently Jordan Peele's new movie Get Out cost less than $5 million to make and made $140 million in box office. Tyler, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, just looking up top athletic bachelors.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey, welcome to Enjoy the Show. Rooster's little movie show about where we talk about, what makes movies and TV so great.
Yeah.
And we also bother Andy by not making the letters.
That's why we don't get views, John, because the shit like that doesn't fly. Like, it's not even centered.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons we don't get views.
That's why no one's watching this show.
That's why.
That's exactly why. I'm so glad you were on the show to be able to point that out. Today, I am John, and this is
Andy.
And I got
good to be back.
Good to be back.
Good to be back.
See, I got
Happy to
nothing
be here.
planned this week.
Happy to be here.
You have nothing planned this week?
I got nothing planned. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I am hate drinking this weekend. That's all I have.
That has nothing to do with
You
the
do
movies.
that every night, though.
I do.
How is it different?
Tyler, what movies are we talking about this week?
We're
my
going to be
gigantic
talking
fucking banana.
about horror movies.
Yeah, specifically what kind of horror movies?
We're talking about low-budget horror movies, which are the best horror movies.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. What prompted that was saw Get Out. You saw Get Out.
I loved Get Out.
You saw Get Out.
All of America has seen Get Out.
A lot of people. It's been very successful.
Awful lot of honkies have seen Get Out, and then they've been going back to their houses and not coming out because they're afraid of what people think of them.
I don't think so.
Wait,
we're in
Let
Trump
me just
America.
say,
People are fine.
I was right about the black people. I was right about and Get Out.
There you go.
I was right about the black people, everyone. I knew it the entire time.
You did.
I told you before.
Because I saw the movie before you.
Yeah, and I told you, I said the black people are the white people and the white people are the black people. And somewhere in there I was right.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Black people are white people.
I think we'll have to put that at the beginning of the show is that we are going to spoil Get Out. That's the movie we'll spoil for them.
Basically, the movie is about Oreos, because it's in there.
Yeah,
the black
it really
and the
is.
white.
It's Oreo the movie.
It's the white guy in the black guy.
But what?
He has to fuck that old woman.
Yeah, he does. The one guy. That was such a sad moment.
Made my dick shoot out my ass the opposite direction.
When the flash went off and his face changed to the realization, and it was that first real raw. Oh man.
And now it's turned into a meme, and
Has it?
Oh my God, it's been hilarious. His face has turned into a meme, and then what's her face, who does an awesome job as the maid, as the crying.
Oh man.
Oh, so
that movie
good,
was
so
all
good.
about really, really intense single tears.
Yes, yeah.
So, great thing about Get Out and why we're going to talk about it today is that not only is it a good movie, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But it got me to look into Blumhouse Productions a little bit more. Blumhouse is a fairly new production studio. They also did Split, which also got my interest in their production company. And I looked through and realized that although they're a newer production company, they've been making movies for a while now.
Like 2005 or something?
Yeah, so one of their
like
first
10 years plus.
big breakout
12
hits.
years, actually. Good job, though. You tried.
I said plus.
There you
So
go.
you added on the 2, motherfucker.
Yeah, actually, their first breakout hit was Paranormal Activity. And,
the first one?
Yeah, and back in 2009, actually.
Wow.
But they've been making movies since 2006.
You ever film yourself having sex?
No, don't ever want to see that again.
I'm just saying.
It happened. That's bad enough.
I know it's not what Paranormal Activity set up, but that's what I was thinking the whole time.
Well, there's like ghosts.
There's ghosts.
Sex and rape and stuff. Right?
No, there's no ghost rape in Paranormal Activity. There's ghost rape in the spoof of it that was in Scary Movie.
Yeah, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie, yeah.
There is ghost rape in that. I'm
Charlie
not
Sheen in
laughing
that
about the
one, too?
rape, by the way.
Huh?
Is Charlie Sheen in that one, too?
In the Scary Movie?
Yeah, that's the one where Anna Faris was like, even my standards aren't that low. First Scary Movie, 5.
What's the name of the girl in Scary Movie that runs in the sprinklers, takes her clothes off?
Oh,
the first one?
yeah, it's a Denise Richards.
No, it wasn't Denise Richards.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty sure it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was the chick who made the fitness, huh? Carmen Electra. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it
but
was.
Denise Richards married Charlie Sheen, so that's on her, man.
Okay. But
I used to get that Electra mixed up with the Daredevil Electra, even though it's a character's name. I'll be honest with you, for
they
years.
missed out on that one.
Jennifer Garner just doesn't do it for me. I will buy your credit card, but I will not sleep with you.
That's right. She sells credit cards.
Oh yeah.
So
She needs money.
Paranormal Activity.
Ben Affleck left.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd she get his money from?
No,
him?
she got plenty of money.
She got to get half that shit.
No matter what, doing those credit
That's
card
why he
commercials.
went back to rehab.
Like doing those credit card commercials, that's where the money is. Like the
yeah.
money is not in the feature films, the money is in the commercials.
Flo is loaded.
Yeah.
Progressive.
She got money.
If you're like a spokesperson for like any kind of insurance,
I
or
want
credit
to
cards.
Verizon guy?
I kind of want to hate bang her. Like I don't like
Flo?
Yeah, I don't like her, but I
Verizon guy, he switched over to Sprint.
No, he still did a Verizon commercial recently.
He's doing Sprint,
He switched over
motherfucker.
to
Where have you been at?
He
Is
did
he
like
just
a
gonna
whole
go around?
spoof. He
Can
did a
you
whole
hear me now?
He's like, you count on that fucking shitty Verizon, but you can't on Sprint because they pay me now.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
That's what
Yeah.
America's turned into. Fucking sell job. Bunch of
The
posers.
guy literally switched to
Cell job?
Sprint.
So Get Out was a great movie.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
what it made me look into was that Blumhouse has this great business structure where they make a ton of low budget, what a lot of people call B movie horror films that cost nothing to make, but make like 10 to 20 times their budget almost every time. And for every flop they have in their like filmography, they have 10 other movies to make up for it. More, even one movie will make up for 10 flops of theirs.
So for me, I don't think that's shocking because that's where the horror genre was birthed, is in low budget, because it's smart production companies and smart people that know you don't need big budget productions and huge practical effects. It's all about the scaring and the terrifying, the psychological that really gets to you. It's not the big old slasher, it's the
Why are you
mind
killing
games
me in
behind
this
it.
scenario?
Because I want to fucking kill you sometimes. But like you talk about Halloween, that was for under like $325,000.
Well,
It was
before
the
you go
same-
through it more.
Do you want me to save that?
Yeah, because we have a little
Okay.
game. Patrick got together some. Patrick and the boys got together some movies.
Patrick and the Boys, the name of his
Patrick
band.
and the boys. Patrick and the boys. I liked your little flair there, Patrick. Patrick and the boys.
Patrick and the Boys. I'd go see that shit.
I would. Stage show coming to RTX this year. They got together some horror films and got their budgets, and we're gonna guess how much money these movies made.
So it's like The Price is Right.
Yeah.
If you go over, you lose. But
Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, I like that.
Go
okay.
over, you lose.
What's our first one?
Psycho.
Oh, Psycho, the original Alfred Hitchcock Psycho, not Vince Vaughn.
Hollywood hated this film. They did not want it made.
Okay, so $807,000, not a lot of money, maybe a good amount during that.
So we're guessing how much they made.
Domestic box office, I'm gonna go 5 million.
You?
$1, Bob.
I'm gonna go
You fucker.
5,001,000.
Whoa!
Oh no, wait, I don't win.
You don't win. I win.
He was so excited.
That's not how the game works.
Okay, I'm gonna make this rule. You win, and you have to be the first one to guess the next round.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
I knew that one had to be millions.
32 million
Yeah.
off of 807,000.
That's a lot. That's back in the 1960, I believe, is that when Psycho came out? That's insane.
What's the inflation on that now?
A ton.
It's a great film, though. Still stands up.
Yeah.
Like just the shooting, the way they shot it.
One of the
still
first
stands up.
movies that blew Americans' minds was it was the first movie to show a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a weird.
Among other things, also a man being his mother.
Yeah.
But America was like, we don't give a shit about that. Toilet? What?
Yep.
What's next? A black guy?
Oh my God.
That was 1960s racist America.
Star Wars had their
That
first
was
toilet 2 weeks ago.
1960s racist Tyler. He'll be showing up later on in the show. What's
I
the
was
next
right
one?
about the black people.
Well, shut up. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't give this away. $15,000 budget. $15,000 for Paranormal Activity, the very first one.
Yeah.
How much did it make?
86 million.
I'm gonna say 109 million, just above Andy, because I know it was more than that.
Because we put it out there. Before.
108 million.
We put it out there before.
Oh, did
I
we?
got it.
Yeah.
I thought
I
it made
win.
more than that. I could have sworn it made like something in like the 200.
Okay, well, it's the facts.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
what I saw. Okay, so
this
you're right.
domestic,
Okay.
Okay, fucking
Still, 15,000.
Kellyanne over here.
Do not call me that.
That's what it said 108. That's a fact.
That's what I said. I got it right.
Did you see it in theater?
No, I never saw a single Paranormal Activity.
They're actually
I haven't
good.
either, because I don't give a shit. A lot of people did, apparently.
My buddy was in the third one.
Oh my God.
Well, isn't that great for your buddy who none of us fucking know?
Did you know that Jon saw movies at South by Southwest before anybody else got a chance to?
What?
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
I did. It was great.
Can I get your
They're
autograph?
jealous. That's why they're saying
That's
that.
why everybody
'Cause I got to
loves
see-
Jon Risinger.
I got to see Baby Driver, and I got to see.
Jon, you're making it worse for yourself.
I don't care. I got to
really
see those
are, yeah.
movies.
Can you
I got to see James McAvoy in person, and he's very pretty.
Wow.
You did not get to
that's
see
cool.
Life, though.
Also, Charlize Theron is just jaw-dropping
You sound like.
in real life.
How do you pronounce her name?
Wait, did you know that she's good looking?
Oh my God.
What?
No, like
did not.
Some people in real life
some
are
people
not
in real
as glamorous.
life. Oh, what? Like blind people don't know that she's good looking? Is that what
True.
you're trying to
Why do
say?
you always go that route?
Because blind motherfuckers
They're
couldn't
the
see
only
her.
people who can't even acknowledge that she's gorgeous.
Comprehend that.
Saw a movie about a blind guy.
And people that have
Was it at
Alzheimer's.
South by Southwest, Jon?
Yeah, it was Andrew Bradley Jackson's. Andrew Bradley Jackson.
Andrew Bradley Jackson. Oh
you
my
know
God.
that
I think
too?
he was a president, wasn't
Holy
he?
shit.
Andrew
yeah,
Bradley
he
Jackson.
was. Yeah, hated
film.
Indians, but a damn good president.
Andrew Jackson hated Indians.
Hated Indians, but damn good president.
Okay, this is crazy. Paranormal Activity 4.
The budget was $5 million. That's way more than I thought.
They had to up the budget a lot when they got to the fourth one.
240 million.
Ooh, you're going high.
Going high.
He won last round though. He should have gone.
Well,
Because he cheated. So what do you got? 240 million.
It's a strategy. Get your fucker finger away from my face.
Pointing at your chest.
Like I'm gonna say 101 million.
100. I'm gonna split the difference. 150 million. Ooh.
That was not as.
But even then,
We all lost.
that's 10 times the budget
That's still 10 times the budget, but it's
for a
not.
fourth, a shitty fourth, and they've made 6 of those.
isn't that how much we made Laser Team for? How much did Laser Team make?
No one knows. Did it make money? Did Laser Team make money?
Oh my God.
Did anybody pay to go see it?
You're fired.
I'm probably fired.
I had to pay a cab ride to the Paramount to go see it, so technically I paid to see it.
I wasn't working here. I drove up to Boston.
Did people
to see
pay
it
for
last night.
tickets for that showing? I know people paid for tickets when it got showed at like the Alamos and stuff.
I did. I spent money. I saw it at an AMC Lowe's in Boston.
Yeah, people did, because people did go to the premiere. I remember because we went to San Antonio. No, not you and me. I went with someone else. But we went to San
Oh,
Antonio.
no shit, you went to San Antonio, man?
San Antonio. Not to brag, went to San Antonio.
Wow.
What's next? Purge.
Ooh, 3 million. I'm gonna see. Come on.
God, this movie's
We're waiting for it to change. What it makes, Andy?
I'm gonna say 62 million.
How many Trump voters are there?
No, that was the third one.
No, I know, but they paid to see this.
Oh, wait, no, that's all of them, because it was about.
240 million.
Nah, I'd say 80 million.
I'm giving shit like Avatar now.
That was actually close.
Still,
I
3
said
million to
60
64 million.
I said 62, I think.
Ouija, the first one, right?
It's called Ouija.
Is it called Ouija?
Ouija.
Ouija?
Ouija. You fucking read?
Uh,
I got it right.
I'm gonna guess 60 million.
75 million.
75-1.
Fuck you.
What to make? Hey,
Oh, okay.
let's talk about why these movies make this money. Why do these low budget, don't get any awards recognition movies make this much money pretty consistently? And if you go down the line of those, like they showed that, like in Paranormal Activity 1 to Paranormal Activity 4, still making a great amount of a profit. Same with Purge all the way down to all of its sequels. Insidious is the same thing.
I think there's a lot of reasons. I kind of said earlier that I think that the great horror movies, number one thing they do is they stay in their lane, and it doesn't need all these intricate things, these bells and whistles. When you talk about Halloween, all Halloween was a slow-moving man in a William Shatner mask, and that
It was a William Shatner
and
mask,
it turned into a legend. And that was the same model as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's the same model as Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. It was more about the story and the suspense
So tell me,
than it was anything
why
else.
does the simple formula? What is that? How does that aid the? How does that make it a better movie? Just because it's simple doesn't mean it can be better. But why does the simplicity make it something that people will go see more?
Because I'm always in the opinion with my movies that less is better.
Less is more.
Less is more. Less is more. Especially with these movies, that it's really about how they are shot. You know, how the acting is. You know, we think of horror sometimes as like in an action realm, and those are the horror movies that fail.
Yep.
When there's a ton of stuff going on and special effects and oh my god.
We talked about it like
yeah.
last week with Jaws.
Yeah,
And how that
exactly.
made that into, I don't know, it was probably going to be like similar to an action movie to a horror movie.
Right, and it's
Because they couldn't show the shark as much.
right,
It's
and
like mysterious, ambiguous, you don't really see it coming.
same thing, you know, with Friday the 13th
Friday the
and
13th.
Freddy
I will
and Michael.
say that for, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 months ago now, but I just recently saw for the first time ever the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That movie is legitimately horrifying to this day.
Terrifying.
Like, we watch Halloween, it's like, it's not scary because it just looks like ketchup and it's just like terrible. I mean, it's still it's a classic and I still love it, but it's not horrifying at all. I was legitimately like scared watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was horrifying.
Because they understand the simplicity and what terrifies you in day to day. For instance, one of the scariest scenes in Texas Chainsaw Massacre is when they first enter in the house and you hear from a back room, and then the guy goes to investigate, gets fucking slammed on the head by Leatherface, and then a metal door just shuts home.
Yep.
And it's those simple things where Michael Myers, like you see a dark silhouette in a doorway, that's what scares us at home. It's not some alien ripping all of our limbs off at the same time. That doesn't scare me at all. I don't care. How simple things
Like the initial jump scare maybe, but then after I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
We're talking about Psycho, one of the original horror films. It was just
in the shower.
a guy with a knife.
Yeah. And think about that. We all think about that sometimes when you're showering, you're shampooing your hair, and you close your eyes. You're like, I could get, like, somebody could just
You're super vulnerable. You have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Psycho
It's those simple
only has
things.
like, I want to say like maybe 3 kills in the entire film.
And it's not
But
not
they're
bloody.
meaningful kills, though.
The meaningful. So now you imagine the
They
terror of
stay
being in
with
the
you.
shower and somebody just stabbing you with a knife. That's horrifying.
Yep.
Okay, so then what I'll bounce off you.
Do you
and
ever watch Bates Motel? It's a pretty good show.
Oh,
actually
I
is.
wanted to
It's
get
actually
into
really
it.
good show.
I wanted
I'm
to
a
get
season.
into
I'm
it.
a season
Vera
behind on
Vera
Netflix.
how do you say her last name?
Fucking
Just
departed chick.
Farmagera.
So fucking hot.
Farmagera?
Yeah, she's really hot.
She's really great. Plays his
She's
mom.
not a fucking cop, though.
And she's no fucking cop, but yeah, and the kid who plays Norman Bates is really good at it too.
Yeah.
Great ensemble cast.
Bates is good.
Takes place in modern day. Really good show.
The simplicity, I'll say, allows for an audience that knows what they're seeing and knows that there's a consistency to what they're going to go see. That there's, as long as the movie stays in the formula and this audience knows they like the horror films, then they know they're going to go see a movie they like. Some of these more obscure, I mean, even like the big budget superhero movies or action movies, some people like, it could go off the rails and it could go in a weird direction and it could not have anything I like in it. But simple horror film with an easy premise to follow, I know what I'm in for. I'll give my money over for it because I want to go see it.
Well, it's usually a simple concept that popcorn munchers can get behind. I'm not like, I guess that sounds derogatory.
Popcorn munchers does sound, it's like, it's
Well, it's true because even the most, you want to call them that,
Simple-minded.
if you set up the framework for a movie and you tell people what the world is and you set it up for them and you give them basic rules to follow, then your movie's going to succeed. And that's what a lot of horror
Well, for the
films
most
do.
part, horror movies are, for the most part, grounded.
I mean, the
Very-
Purge.
Yeah.
Did we watch the first Purge together or just the second and
We
third
just
together?
watched. I think
No, we
just-
watched all of them together.
I don't think we did. I think we just watched the
There's
third
no
one.
way I watched the Purge on my own.
You watched The Purge on your own, because I haven't seen it in a while. You watched the second Purge on your own, but I bought the second Purge for you by accident when we wanted to watch the third.
Right. You did. You queued up for us to watch it and it started playing.
And it was like The
second
Purge 2, and I was like, this is a mistake.
You guys are like the modern day Bert and Ernie. It's like, we know you're gay, but you're not like out.
We are.
I think so.
We
It's
are
fine.
like the Burton.
Yeah.
Hey, Bert, I bought you Purge. You want to fuck? Like, that's basically what's going
No,
on at your
We
house.
actually haven't hung out in quite a while.
But the Purge is
to lay
just,
those rumors to rest. They're
is
true,
just
but
a-
they're still rumors.
it's a bottle episode movie that just takes place basically in that one person's home, and it's like, okay, they're in the home. People want to get in the home. That's the movie.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
This dude just wants to kill his sister. That's it. And we don't know why. That movie was unbelievable. Also, I don't know if modern day horror films, they still haven't figured out this, which is the score. Because the score from your childhood, when we're talking
Out.
about and then the Halloween
theme is
piano,
really resonates with me.
you can't, that never leaves
I'll
you.
say this.
can always hear
I can't recall Get Out's
I can't think of
music.
No, I can't at all.
But you know who did do that well, and it wasn't horror films, but he did make suspense films. It was M. Night's early films. Because I would say the score of like Unbreakable and Signs score.
Signs is very recognizable, kind of resonates, that really high tension, what's going to happen, what's going to happen.
Not to get super off topic, but to think that's another show we make. Another modern composer I think that sticks with me is like everything Hans Zimmer ever composes. It's like mostly everything Hans Zimmer ever makes. It's like I will see a movie if I don't know the director, but I know Hans Zimmer is doing the score. I was like, I'll see that movie.
But yeah, the old, I mean, Friday the 13th score, Halloween score, even Psycho.
Exactly.
That.
And there's something to the grittiness and kind of the skewed perspective that you got in older horror films because of the low budget making. They weren't these polished, beautiful looking films. They're dark. You know, and
gritty,
grindy, like looking through it.
Lights.
Like it's like you're viewing it through plexiglass, and that almost adds into it.
Well, that's Paranormal Activity. That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah,
You were gonna say
Witch
shitty.
was the same way.
Maybe I was. No, I really like Paranormal Activity 1, 2, and 3. I did not see 4.
I just don't like ghosts. Like, I mean, I'm not freaked out. I just think they're stupid, so I never like.
I love
Well,
this
see,
one.
Blair Witch. I mean, you haven't seen it yet. It's kind of about ghosts, but it's really why it works so
But
well.
isn't it like ambiguous? Like it could be, it's
Yes,
up to
it
interpretation.
could be what you want it to be,
Right.
and at the end, it
about an
is
unseen
something.
foe.
Yes.
Okay.
It's.
Did you see the sequel? Did they address any of that in the sequel?
I didn't see this.
Was it a sequel? It was a sequel, not a
Or a
reboot,
soft
right?
reboot?
Sure.
I thought it was like a soft reboot. slash
Did anybody
sequel. I don't
here see the new Blair Witch? No one saw it.
No. Yeah.
Peyton did? Why are you making bad choices, Peyton?
know. I thought it was. I heard it was pretty decent.
Oh, was it?
I guess.
I'm just
Why are you
totally-
making good decisions, Peyton?
Maybe it
Yeah,
was good.
and it was groundbreaking for what it did, that found footage, and there's been very few
to the point where
films-
people thought it was a documentary.
Right, exactly, and I don't think a lot of films have been able to successfully replicate that. A few have. When we talk about the Cloverfields, I think one of the most underrated.
Paranormal Activity did a pretty good job. You knew it wasn't a
Paranormal
documentary.
Activity is okay, yeah. I'm not going to disagree with that. One of my favorites, though, that got bastardized by America, which is what we do with a lot of films and TV shows, is Wreck. I don't know if you've ever seen Wreck.
No.
Wreck is a 2007 Spanish
Oh,
film.
I couldn't watch that because someone breaks their wrist violently and I can't.
Ooh, it's awesome.
fucking
Wreck is
disgusting.
2007 Spanish film, found footage in a sense, and it's about zombies, but it's not, and it's fucking terrifying.
I watched
It's
the American
basically,
version, I should say.
Yeah, the American version was trash. I think it was
Okay.
called Quarantine. Awful. Wreck is great, and it is found footage. It's perspective of a news crew that is trying to document a firefighter station, and like nothing's going on, and then they get a call about an old woman freaking out in an apartment. So they go check it out, and then it turns into this terrifying ordeal. And there's aspects of religion in it, and Satan, zombies.
loves that.
Like maybe the apocalypse is about to happen. Genius film.
I was also thinking. I know. I do what you're talking about. I did see Quarantine, and that also is grossing me out. But I was thinking of VHS, which is another kind of found footage movie.
Yeah, I
There's
never
such
saw
an adamant
that.
audience for some of the VHS is one that I've never seen. It's a series, right? There's several of them.
There's two. I mean, there's two on Netflix.
But it's one of those movies that shows up on a lot of the movie blogs that I follow, but I know nothing about. But it seems like there's an avid audience for those kinds of B-movie horror films that people just love to love.
So we should actually talk about Get Out, since we're going to talk about it.
One last thing about
Should we talk about Kong? Because everyone's upset that we never talked
I
about
gotta say we
Kong.
didn't
But
talk
it's
about
not
There's a
Kong.
big monkey on a goddamn island with other big things, and then there's
You
a
did a
blonde chick
gag
that
with
wants
the
to fuck the
banana.
money, and you gag with the banana in the tailpipe, and then everybody fucking dies. There's Kong.
No, everyone doesn't fucking die.
Samuel L. Jackson.
'Twas beauty that killed the
Why you
beast.
gotta- we gotta
Oh,
say a
now we have to
spoiler
say
alert.
that.
Oh, Samuel Jackson dies?
God
Is it
damn it.
badass though the way he dies?
Yeah, it is. It's a good moment.
Also, some guy gets fucking slapped.
He
Fucking
sucked
gonna
on
There's
sacrifice
some
my
good
him.
hits.
dingus. I watched that last night. Hateful Eight. I love that. That comes out of left field.
Last thing about why I think these movies can do so well
Love Sam.
is that they know their demographic. One, their demographic is often a younger crowd that will go see these all the time because
White people who never leave their houses.
I think it makes the younger crowd feel like an adult a little bit. That again, to go see an adult thing. But also, it's a good date movie. Is horror films.
Oh, horror movies
yeah, because,
get
you
you
know.
laid every time.
Because they're afraid and they'll grab
Someone in the comment section said they got laid after watching Milk.
Yeah, but they're straight.
Yeah, it was a straight guy
Not
got
that you
got
can't,
nailed by a
just-
straight girl after watching Milk.
It was interesting. Yeah.
But horror
And
films,
then he milked on her.
maybe Get Out isn't the best example of that kind of film, but I'd say a lot of these horror films are great. Go to date.
I
I
would
mean,
say
we
if-
banged after we saw it.
So much.
Here, I will preface this. If you are an interracial couple, which you two are not, I don't know if that's a good date movie to go take your girlfriend to go see Get Out. Especially if you're a white woman and you're dating a black man.
Yeah.
That might be a little
Oh man, I would love to
But I
talk with
would-
some people.
I would love to see the reactions after that. Like if we could film that. Like, so what do you think about that movie?
I was like, ooh.
That'd be so funny to see interviews of that after
Or-
seeing the movie.
You know, there's
Or
conversations.
What
about
if
in the
it's a
car.
white family reunion and they bang the black boyfriend? They all go see the movie.
Oh shit.
It's the exact same thing.
It is the
Let's go
exact
see
same
the
thing.
movie. Oh my god.
Yeah. So like I said before, I was right about the black people. I
Yeah.
knew it.
In the
Get
mo-
Out
in
was
the movie.
awesome.
Why was Get Out awesome? Tyler, go.
Get Out. I love movies.
Why'd you like it?
I talked. I
Fuck that one reviewer made it 99% of Rotten Tomatoes. fuck you.
Why was that 100?
It was at 100 forever.
Oh, wow.
And it has one negative review. Fuck you and your opinions.
I'm very much a fan of people who, because in this day of entertainment, it's really just recycle. You know, we rinse and repeat. But people are able to take something that's been done before and then make it their own. And I think that's what Jordan Peele was able to do in this movie.
Nothing under the sun, but we can
right,
remix
but he
things.
took the model of other great horror films, thriller films, and he made it into his own. When the film started, I was automatically hooked because the sequence when they are going through the woods with the light blue title text for Get Out and everything else, that is exactly The Shining. That is literally how The Shining opened up its movie with Jack and his family going through these creepy woods into an unknown area, this blue text and this eerie fucking music, and it makes you very
Had a good tone set at the beginning, yeah.
Right, and it was very simplistic. Black guy, white girlfriend, want to meet my white parents, have hesitations, let's go do this.
Great.
Introduces
Very relatable.
this quick hits, introduces the sidekick, the TSA guy.
That guy was
best fucking part of the movie. So goddamn funny.
Real quick, another movie of the same genre that does a really good job of setting the tone immediately, which I think is a good aspect of these horror films, is It Follows.
Oh, I was about to say It Follows.
It Follows the opening scene of It
opening
Follows
scene,
with
you
the
get it.
girl in the heels.
It's
Single
just one
tracking shot.
She runs out of the house and then she runs back into the
It's a
house. and
moving
then she
tracking
goes to
shot,
the-
too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then
like-
she gets in the car and drives away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great,
good.
great way to horror movies do a good job when they start off and give you. It's almost like Bond films, where you give people a sense of the tone.
Oh, the opening scene of every Bond
Yeah.
film. Yeah, it's like it has nothing to do with the
Get
plot.
Out has that.
And Get Out does a very, it's a very difficult thing to market a horror film and not give away your secret. And Get Out had a very difficult task in doing that, and I thought they did it really well because, I mean, I told you before I was right because I was right about the black people being the white people and the white people being the black people. I knew there was something there with black people. Not in that bad way, but in a good way. Like, because they're
Digging that
white
hole.
people are the bad guys. White people are always bad guys. When you see white people, that's not good because they're bad. And everything, like historically. Anywho.
You want to play a game? Let's play a game. See if all of that makes it into the final cut.
Yes. But it had a hard job of hiding what it was going to be, and the slow burn of what the movie ends up becoming is great. It's simplistic.
Yeah, it kept you guessing all the way to
and
the end.
even you could say it's a plot hole like Catherine Keener, spoiler alert, she's really that strong of a hypnotist that she could really do this, but it's like, I can get it. I can
The
run with
teacup,
it.
it does it.
And I can run with the
ASMR, I was kind of entranced by it. I gotta be honest.
like the grandfather thing.
My
and
biggest
wanting to
problem
create
is
this
like
new world. I get that.
why were the grandma and grandfather working on the house?
My guess, because I questioned this.
I thought
that
it was
was-
maybe because for keep up appearances.
Yeah, that's the only reason I think is that they were going to be in town, and they live there with them, and so they have to have a reason why they're there.
So,
keep up appearances.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when Grandma in the black woman's body messes up at like the lunch, and she tells her to go take a rest.
Yeah.
It's because maybe like she's not used to doing that, and she realized you need to go take a
Oh,
rest.
I never thought of that.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way too sincere.
And why was Grandpa out running at night? It's because he enjoys his new body but couldn't do it during the day, and so he wanted to just enjoy running at
That
night.
makes sense, yeah.
There's
So-
subtle things here and there in that movie, and I want to go back and watch it because there's.
Because even
tons of
Grandma
Easter
is
eggs
like
in it.
out at night, like enjoying how she looks.
That's true, yeah. She's like admiring herself in the mirror.
And so the terrifying prospect, and it's not even really about a white or black thing at the end of this movie. It's really about, could you imagine your life watching it through basically a movie screen in a theater by yourself forever, and this other person controlling who you are?
Oh my God,
That prospect is terrifying. That had nothing to do with race. But
It's very John.
I
Malkovich.
hate when I watch TV shows
very
and it's
John
4-3,
Malkovich.
so that's like
Yeah.
hell.
And could you imagine doing that? And you see the ramifications at the end of the movie where it wasn't grandfather, it was the other guy that ends up shooting himself in the head because
Grandpa shoots.
was it grandpa?
Yeah.
Okay, ends up shooting himself because the hell that he's lived through.
Yeah.
That he has been having. Like, could you imagine being fully conscious?
I think it was a realization, and I think any of them that came out of that trance, there you could see that they know it was temporary. Getting out of the trance was temporary, and so that's why he knew he needed to.
And
to
having that
himself.
edge of freedom. It reminded me of a movie that really shook me to my core called The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. I don't know if you've ever seen
I
it.
know of it, never saw it.
It's a true story, and I'm paraphrasing here. A true story about a 1970s.
Were you right
editor
about the
for,
black people in this movie, though?
Yeah, I don't know if there was black people in this movie. But a 1970s editor for Vogue, true story of a 40-year-old man who had a stroke that left him with locked-in syndrome,
Yeah.
where he was fully conscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no control over his body.
Ew.
that was based on a real story, right?
Real story,
Yeah.
because he wrote the book, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, and he
Okay.
had one eye sewn shut because it got an infection, and literally created an alphabet with the help of nurses to write this book.
Wow.
So could you imagine being fully there, not being able to do anything, and that's what I felt.
Is he
Get Out.
paralyzed? He can't do anything?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Fully
that's what
paralyzed,
locked
fully
into it.
conscious as you and me are right now, but could not do anything.
Oh, wow.
And that's the terrifying part about Get Out, and it's simple.
just so frustrating.
Simplistic. It's simplistic. They don't need this sophisticated way. They bring you in and they make you believe these characters and what they're doing, and that's why you're hooked, and that's
It was
why
great
it's so
visually
successful.
too.
Yeah.
How he like sinks into the ground, then he's like falling
And
through.
creating this new world, the sunken place is like,
Yeah. The sunken place was good.
it was amazing.
Peele, you talked about the TSA agent. Peele also did a really good job considering what he's known for, Key and Peele, and their history, and he was able to sell a horror film with some comedic relief that didn't detract from the film.
Nope.
Some of the best, I'm not a laugh out loud person. You guys know me for a while. I don't LOL at anything in movies, even if it's really funny. Like, even if it
The
shows I
sex
love.
slave things was hilarious.
Yeah,
Sex slaves!
yeah, I mean, when he's talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, and just like,
That's the Def Dama shit.
I lost my shit. That was the funniest fucking thing I've seen in a long, long time.
That was good.
It was great
The
comic
writing
relief
and the
that you
delivery,
needed.
just fantastic.
What's her
okay.
name? Allison Williams was just
Oh, she did such a good job.
perfect
Good
as a crazy
sociopath.
white woman.
She was a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She-
everybody in
like
that movie was
switch,
great.
What happened? She's so fucking hot.
Oh, and she's on the bed
relatable.
just eating her little M&Ms and looking up collegiate athletes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. And then the brother was the guy who I liked the most. Who the fuck are you and I want you in more? Who is that guy?
He was great crazy.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
But Get Out, just to kind of wrap up a little bit of what we're saying, is it's those surprise hits, low budget. Even Get Out, like I said at the top, how much was the budget? 4.5 million. 4.5 million. It's all it cost. Which I'm sure the majority of that probably went to casting. 'Cause they did
Casting.
have some, like Bradley Whitford and Allison Williams.
Catherine Keener is kind of that's a big
Catherine
hit.
Keener, yeah. So these are people that probably took a little bit
Is
of
that the
that.
guy with the stapler from Office Space? What's his guy? What's that guy's name? He was in it too.
shot at one location.
That guy was in it.
Fuck me in the asshole.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Later, but
Yeah.
He was the one
that's
who
not
was
the time
blind.
for that. Yeah, the blind guy who was the art dealer.
So
He was also blind in another movie, Oh Brother We're Out Thou.
it's a business structure that works. I don't know why this isn't something that everyone is taking part in.
Low risk, high reward. I mean, that's what they've always been, is that let's take a simple premise, see if it can't scare people.
Well,
And,
like if a horror movie doesn't
see.
do well, it's not a big of a deal
Yeah.
because it costs nothing to make.
and that's where it's like, we talk about Shyamalan, you
Or
kind of
like
got
if
to...
Blumhouse makes Gem in the Holograms,
Yes.
which they made.
Oh, what did that get?
5 million budget, 2.3 million box office.
Whoops.
But right before it was Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension, which I think was the 5th or 6th
That was
of
a
the series.
spin-off, or was it?
10 million budget, 78.
That was like the Tokyo Drift in the franchise. I
office.
kind of.
What was that movie called?
Ghost in the
Dimension.
Ghost in the Shell or something.
No, Paranormal Activity, the what?
The Ghost Dimension.
Oh, the Ghost Dimension. Weren't the ghosts already in that dimension? Because isn't that how that entire thing fucking started? Who's a genius who came up with that fucking
It
title?
made money.
Moron.
The Visit was also Blumhouse.
Fucking pop
The other
munchers.
Shyamalan one?
Shyamalan.
Ghosts are in their
Dimension.
it's the
Oh my
dimension
God.
With ghosts. Even though that's what the first
I still haven't seen
three
The
movies
Visit,
was
but I've
about.
heard good to mixed things.
We had mixed feelings about it.
About The Visit, there's
Yeah.
a scene with the poop. I don't like that poop scene.
Bad.
I don't like
Bad
poopy. You don't like
poop
poopy?
scene. I don't like poop.
I like poopy.
I'm sold on this genre. Growing up, I wasn't big on this. It was really Paranormal Activity might have been one of the first.
That sold you into the horror?
You're so late to the party with things. I mean, I love you and respect you as a friend and a brother, but you're
such a
so
sheltered
goddamn. I
childhood.
know, and I feel bad for you. I'm not like bitching at you. I just feel bad because
No.
my entire childhood, it was all just
Dude,
movies.
I didn't watch Pulp
but-
Fiction until maybe 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuts, man. I saw it when I was like 14, and I don't know. I was
can't
lucky
say
in that.
anything because there's a little shit ton of movies I haven't seen.
But
Blues
like
Brothers.
horror films, like we're gonna talk. I heard that, and we're gonna talk about that here in 2 seconds. My God.
We just go through the list of movies that I haven't seen
But
from the 80s.
horror films when you're a kid are great because you scare yourself when you weren't ready for these films. Halloween terrified me to a core that for 3 years, in my teenage years, I kept a trash can propped up against my bedroom door just in case if Michael came in,
would hear it.
I would have a chance to try and escape. That's how fucked up that movie
escape?
made
He
me.
said escape. I will say,
Ask me a question.
last
Ask you a question?
little story. Paranormal Activity, same experience, but as an adult, a married man.
You pussy.
We watched it, Paranormal Activity, together in our house, in our bed, at around midnight in the dark. and that entire film takes place.
Up until right now, I know you're not talking about Tyler when you said in your house, in your bed, because the film.
Right, I said when I was married.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I broke up the marriage.
And then the movie ended and we're stuck in our very old house that made noises and everything like that, and did not sleep very well that night.
That's the best. See, I live in the darkness. I'm like Bane, all right? And whenever I have a girlfriend, which is sometimes, or I'm shacking up with somebody and they're using me, I will hide during scary movies. Like you watch a scary movie and they're like, honey, I'm
That
gonna
MLB show money.
Yeah, at MLB Show Money. And it's like, hey, honey, I'm going to go downstairs. You should watch that. MLB The Show coming out next week. You go downstairs, get like a glass of water.
Rooster.com/theshow.
Like go downstairs or go, get, like, I'm going to get, hey, you want some water? So I'm going to go get some water real quick and then don't come back. And like, I will hide downstairs giggling like a little girl.
We got to wrap this up. Best B movie that you want people to watch?
Best B movie?
Just one. Just a good recommendation.
True Romance.
B horror movie?
That's not horror. Well, there's some terrifying
We're talking about B horror movies.
B horror movies?
Yeah.
Halloween 2.
Halloween 2.
Halloween 2.
Halloween 2. 1 and 2 are like Alien and Aliens. They're both great.
Andy?
I wasn't prepared for this.
I'll go mine.
Okay.
Babadook. Not a lot of people saw it. Really great movie. Either New Zealand or Australian made. I can't remember.
Babadook.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You got a suggestion?
It Follows.
That was good. I was gonna say either Babadook or It Follows.
Army of Darkness.
We only did one.
Army of Darkness.
Before we get to comments, I gotta say, not all ingredients are created equal. Fresh, high quality ingredients, they make a real difference, so it's important to know where your food comes from. And for less than $10 per person per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Talk about Blue Apron a lot. Love them. You can choose from a variety of new recipes each week or let Blue Apron's culinary team surprise you. Recipes, they're not repeated within a year, so you'll never get bored. Blue Apron's freshness guarantee promises that every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook, or they'll make it right. Customize your recipes each week based on your preferences. Blue Apron has several delivery options so you can choose what fits your needs, and there's no weekly commitment, so you only get deliveries when you want them. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/enjoy. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/enjoy. Okay, we're going to close out the show with a quick 2 minutes of comment replies. Andy will yell at the comments. Feel free to reply to them. You were on last week's episode. So
I was. It's actually relevant.
So 2 minutes on the clock. We got that?
We got a handful of the positives.
I'm going to come up behind Andy. There you go.
All right, here we go.
Go for it, Tyler.
This comes from Lucky Simon. The fact that you don't have the Blob on there, he's talking about our top 10 movies list, is a tragedy. It's an awesome practical effects monster, and it's a concept that has been parodied for decades. The reason it's been parodied is because the Blob was not scary.
Yeah.
It was really stupid.
Scared me as a kid.
Yeah.
As an adult rewatching it, it's really
how do I get
dumb.
away from the Blob? Just walk over there.
Well, that's Ebola,
okay.
but it's scary.
Favorite, Allison Mack, that's fun, said favorite monster movie, Hellboy. Fight me, I'm not even sorry. I love Hellboy. I would not say that's a monster movie.
Not a
There's
monster
monsters.
movie.
I would say Pan's Labyrinth, but we never talked
A little
about
bit
that.
more monster movie than Hellboy.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, The Art of the Car Chase. This comes from Adam Antilles.
I saw
You
this.
could discuss the best car chases from Bullet, awesome, the Fast franchise, Bond movies, the Bourne movies. Ooh, that's a good
Those are
episode.
my favorite
Yeah.
aspects of action movies, are the
Yeah.
car chases.
Yep.
That's great. We will do that for
I like
sure.
that. Two-Way Up South said The Mummy was my favorite film. Got it on Blu-ray recently and watched it and still love it. Brandon Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah, and Arnold Vosloo are amazing in that movie. I actually agree. I really, really enjoy The Mummy. It might be campy and horrible. I haven't rewatched it very, very recently. I love that movie.
It was good.
It's something.
Oh, come on. It's Brandon Fraser at his greatest.
It's something.
All right, here we go. It says, this is one of my favorite RT shows. That comes in from Applause. Well, tell people about it.
All right, Tyler. Is it using your alternate account again?
Yeah.
DC Can 2 said, my good pick would be Gareth Edwards' Monsters, and an ugly one is The Mist.
I love The Mist. I
Disagree on
put
Mist.
that on the
You
list.
guys like The Mist.
Very
I don't like
disagree
The
on
Mist.
Mist.
I love Monsters, though. Great, low-budget
ending
monster
is so
film.
heartbreaking.
Oh, 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. We have somebody asking about some movies we need to do. Anti-Christmas movies, Gremlins, Iron Man 3, Die Hard. Movies that take place at Christmas but aren't actually Christmas. The fuck you
off.
say about Die Hard? Not a Christmas movie?
If this show makes it to Christmas, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Go watch the Post
Yippee-ki-yay,
Show.
you motherfucker. It's the
Yippee-ki-yay. Okay.
greatest Christmas movie of all time.
That was a fun show. Thanks for talking horror movies with me, guys. I appreciate it. I had
Just
fun.
remember, I was right about the black people.
Just remember to enjoy the show, and Tyler was right about that.
Watch the Post Show. I think I'll talk about my penis and ejaculations. Who knows?
Bye.
It hasn't happened yet.